Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline report. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, Joel Embiid and the Sixers have been through a lot in the last 5 years. At the beginning, there were so many losses on and off the court. But trust the process became a mantra.
Thank you, David. And now the Lakers starting group. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Tonight, 2 teams, Chris, that love to run the ball through the post. I think you would have loved playing on either side as you take a look at these teams.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, to be in that spot, I mean, think about it. That's where Draymond Green loves to be in the most, where he can facilitate. You can actually play the point guard from the post side. You can see over your left shoulder or right shoulder. I think it's a better angle, actually, to see everyone. Every defender can't lock into you. And one strong cut with integrity, and your teammates, oh, they'll get a wide open bucket.
Just 3 to shoot. From deep, Green. No good that time. Good work defensively by Richardson. Simmons finds Richardson. Now Simmons. Kicks it out to Richardson. Off target from outside. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Lakers. He dishes it to LeBron. Embiid against Davis. And Embiid with the block.
Stalwart on the defensive end. Embiid is superb at making his presence felt with blocks like that.
Simmons looking around. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Green kicks to James. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Pass to Simmons. The pass to Embiid. Shoots over Kuzma. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist from Simmons.
You got to keep your eye on Embiid, especially from these in-between areas. I mean, he's effective at scoring from it.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Green. And here is LeBron. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
A triple-double machine. I mean, Ben Simmons surpassed by only the great Oscar Robinson with the pace he's piling up.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Richardson the pass to Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
The versatility of Simmons is astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
And you look at the all-around impact of Ben Simmons, already a star, and also, you know what, Chris, if he adds a jump shot, how good do you think he can be?
Whoa. Some say you better polish up that MVP trophy. I mean, perimeter shooting, the only thing he really lacks.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Richardson gets a wide open look, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Outside Rondo. There's Green with the 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Up top, Simmons. Harris outside. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Jonah Bolden's checked in for the 76ers. Zaire Smith comes in for Josh Richardson. And then for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Anthony Davis. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Danny Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Embiid trying to break loose. Harris's shot is off.
Yeah, and you got to count the poor health for the Lakers last season, hampering their ability to compete. The longest injury layoff in LeBron James' career. And all told, more than 200 games missed to injury, Kev.
And Embiid with the block. Harris looking it over. Knocked loose. And another turnover here by Philadelphia. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Embiid. And then for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Troy Daniels in for James. Lakers trailed by 3. And the Lakers parting ways with their head athletic trainer from last season and hoping for more health this year.
Wow, well, we all know it's a result-oriented business. I mean, luck can play a big role with injuries, believe me. Teams count on their training staff to keep players in the game.
Count that one.
Oh, the brilliance of Sims. Outstanding at getting fancy with the ball and taking risks from time to time.
Here is Cook. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Cook. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to McGee. Back to Cook. Cousins trying to free himself up. Cook, good.
Now, but sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jab. You got to get those easy looks inside.
Now here's Simmons. Defense is right there. Pass to Harris. Over Caldwell-Pope. Here's Bolden. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Philadelphia shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And he can't get the first one. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. It could go. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Philadelphia ahead, up 3. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing so.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his way.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Well, no question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Simmons and Smith are your 1 and your 2. Scott is out there with Kyle O'Quinn, and it's Bolden in at the small forward. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Smith for 3. The shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Yeah, Kevin, and think about this. The Sixers last season took the Raptors to 7 games in the Eastern semis. That buzzer-beating series ending fall-away jumper 4 times bouncing on the rim by Kawhi. Philly hoping to go further this time.
It's stolen by Smith. And Smith with the stop.
Well, that's aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Lakers trail by 5. Daniels with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And it's blocked by Simmons. Smith finds Simmons. Shot from Trout. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Simmons got the lead up to 7 now for the 76ers. And for the Sixers, 2 consecutive seasons, Chris, getting knocked out in the second round. How did they get over the hump?
Well, Kevin, first you want to start with health. And then after, can you guys stay healthy? How about the chemistry? The East is wide open. They have the talent to beat anybody.
Fader on the way. It's good. McGee's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, that's where McGee makes his living. On the interior, it makes them a much more effective offense when he's able to contribute in the painted area.
Cousins, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's the pass to Scott. The rebound by Cook. And it's Cook with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 5. And the shot goes down.
And you know what? While Bradley is focused on shooting more threes and less two-point jumpers, I mean, when you feel it, you got to let it fly, guy.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year you're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, you know, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same
so
stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids will play together, and we can win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
Green, the pass to LeBron. 6 to shoot. Got a hand on it. Now here's Simmons. He's got 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Simmons got 8.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Lakers trail by 5. James up top, guarded by Harris. And that one's good by LeBron.
And James is super strong, incredible at powering through the defense.
Simmons against Rondo. Simmons on the wing. He's got 8. Here's Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Now look, it's never easy to stop Horford. I mean, mainly because he's so strong and able to shrug off the D.
And here is James. Outside, Green. Harris against LeBron. 6 in the shot clock. From deep. James with another miss.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. Oh, you can see a lot of this now.
Harris with it. He's picked up by James. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
And the basket is good. That's 10 points for Ben Simmons.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
James with a deep three. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. 76ers lead by 4. And now with
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
We played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. That's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge.
And with Embiid and Ben Simmons both at their best in the paint, maybe not the ideal fit if you're the Sixers and you had to trade one of them. Which is it?
Oh, man, that's so tough. They're both great players, GA, but Embiid, his health remains a question mark. And Simmons, you know, imagine if you have a team of shooters built around him like Giannis in Milwaukee. That's a tough question.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Lakers. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's Rondo in a point.
As well as he's carried himself over the years, I'm amazed by the negativity about LeBron James. I mean, all he's done is 8 straight trips to the finals. Sometimes being on top makes you a target.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, James. Chris, you think about what LeBron's accomplished, not just on the court, you know, his activism, his business acumen.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. That's what people want him to do, Kevin, but he's not listening, and thank God for that. It's about his power. It threatens some people. For whatever reason, they love to knock you down a peg.
He hits one, then this is the second attempt from the free throw line.
All those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this thing. As great as he is offensively, Kevin, Al Horford is even better on defense. Not a volume shot blocker or rebounder, but he's strong, agile, and always in the right place.
And Chris, at the defensive end, so much of it is communication and positioning.
Yeah, offense is trying to force rotations and force mistakes. Horford doesn't take plays off, and his recognition is a step ahead.
And Al Horford drops them both.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game. And slam dunk by Harris.
It's easy to think about the athleticism of Harris until he dunks on your head, and he's happy to remind you of it on that play like that.
And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, a fishes for elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder how much of a difference the player says what this team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Troy Daniels, he's checked in for James. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Let's a floater go. That shot misses. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
A good finish at the rack off the slick feet. Richardson's got the lead up to 11 now for the 76ers. Outside Rondo. On the wing, Daniels takes a three. Drills it from outside. Some great ball handling in this game. Chris, we see it all the time. Of all of them, whose crossover impresses you the most right now?
Oh, right now, okay. Man, you got to go out to wherever Kyrie Irving is. And first of all, his handles are
Great handle, right?
Oh, his handles are sick. Don't forget about Curry, because Curry can shoot so well. Sometimes we sleep on his handles. And John Wall with the speed, there's no way you can stop John Wall coming full speed at you. He can cross you over left and right, or right, without even blinking, and you'll just be standing still, stuck, not even realizing he laid the ball up past you already.
A try by Rondo, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008, and as we know, he's a four-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. Devours film. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? He's made it clear. Once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
Shoot two.
And he makes the first.
And for the Lakers, 6 straight seasons outside the playoffs. Can you believe it's the worst record in the NBA over that span? I mean, for the league's premier franchise, it's not what they're accustomed to.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. And Jonah Bolden subbed in for Scott. That one misses. And the Lakers have an illustrious past, Chris, but they can't rest on their laurels.
Yeah, you're right, Kev. Teams around the league are getting more advanced with their scouting. The Lakers taking steps to ensure they remain on the cutting edge.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. It's a 10-point game. Right at the free throw line. No good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Smith outside. Pass to Richardson. Fires from deep. Can't hit that one. Lakers trail by 10. Loads it up for Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Now O'Quinn still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Davis sends it back. Bolden can't get it to go.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, it's just predictable.
30 seconds left to play in the third. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Rondo against Richardson. Now here's Rondo. Tight defense on him. The layup missed. Harris with it. From deep three-point range, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Philadelphia in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot on. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Lakers trail by 8. Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Horford. And it's Bolden in at the power forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Here's Harris. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Harris has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Philadelphia. Caldwell Pope the bounce pass. And they double up LeBron. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. Bolden pulls it in. Bolden's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Caldwell Pope. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Grady's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
That's good from Richardson. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Okay, depending on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. Simmons fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And when you foul Simmons, you really got to foul. You don't want to just mess around. He powers through.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
That's good from Simmons. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Back to Richardson. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 5 here tonight.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no life at the end of the tunnel. His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
And Philadelphia calls time here. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Simmons against Rondo. Passes it to Davis. Over Embiid. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
Here's Simmons. Harris outside. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists now in the game.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
But they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
James with it, and it's Horford picking him up. And finished off by LeBron.
James is just remarkable, showing no remorse when he's attacking the rim.
Simmons against Rondo. Pass to Embiid. Back to Simmons. 76ers moving the ball around. Clock at 6. And there's the pass to Horford. And the rejection by LeBron.
Love watching James dominate on defense. An impressive rejection artist. You better check your rear view when you're driving to the hole.
Rondo against Simmons. Pass to Harris. 1:12 left in the game. Passes it to Horford. Embiid trying to break loose. Horford no luck.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
And both free throws good for Davis. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the 76ers.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though. When everything started to look a little dire, and really put the hammer down.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ben Simmons.
What a teammate he was tonight, setting guys up for layups and open jumpers on what seemed like every possession.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
Richardson outside. So Philadelphia wins it. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home.